Hello everyone, and welcome back to the fourth episode of my no water bread or bread without water. This bread tastes super amazing and delicious. I know you will imagining, how can it be possible to make bread without water? Yes, it's very possible, and the best part of it is that I use something special that all of you will love. Let me show you. So guys, I started with 200 grams of all-purpose flour, and to that I added half teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar, and 1 tablespoon of milk powder. Then after adding the milk powder, I went in with 1 teaspoon or 3 grams of instant dry yeast. Then I mixed everything together. Then I measured out 120 grams of Nutri-Milk, guys. Nutri-Milk. The Nutri-Milk all of you love to take. Yes. So this Nutri-Milk gave this my bread another different awesome taste. Yeah. So I went in with the Nutri-Milk little at a time, till I form a soft, non too sticky dough. Okay. So after forming the dough, I just measure out 10 grams of butter or margarine, and I make sure that I worked in the butter or the margarine into the dough. So once that was done, I transferred the dough on my work surface, and I had to knead this dough so that this dough will become soft and supple and bouncy. All of you guys must have known by this time how I usually knead my dough whenever I'm making bread with my hands, like without machine. So this is one of the ways you can knead your dough if you are making a less batch or a smaller batch of dough. But when you are making a bigger batch or larger batch of dough, I showed you guys how you can pound the dough. Please guys, don't mind my voice at this point. I'm just having a kind of space of voice, so so let's just hold it there. So once my dough was ready, I had to wrap it up and then let it rest for 20 minutes, guys. Let my dough rest for at least 20 minutes. And after 20 minutes, I unwrapped this dough. Then I had to roll out the dough and fold it. But I added something interesting in this recipe, like I used some coconut flakes, desiccated coconut chips or coconut flakes, whichever one. So I just added some desiccated coconut to the dough. So I just added just sprinkle some in the center of the dough, and also sprinkle some on the outer part of the dough before covering my dough to rise or to proof. Yes guys, I had to cover this dough to proof for at least 2 hours. Okay, and after 2 hours my dough was ready to bake for baking. So I made sure I preheated my oven at 200 degrees for 10 minutes. After that, I had to then pop this dough into the oven and baked at 180 degrees for 35 minutes. Yes, so after 35 minutes my dough or my bread was ready. I went in and brushed the dough or the bread with some butter or margarine, whichever one you have. Just brush the top of the dough to keep it soft and give it that shiny, attractive look as well. So my bread was ready. I took it out of the pan, placed on my cooling rack, and allowed the bread to cool down completely. I don't know why I'm just mentioning dough. So I allowed the bread to cool down completely. I had to wrap it up to keep it super soft and tender. So here is my bread, and you can enjoy this bread with your tea, with your any beverage of your choice, or anything you want to enjoy your bread with. I hope you love this recipe, and I know you're going to try it. And once you do, please don't forget to drop the comment in the comment section to let me know how the bread turned out for you. Till then, see you guys in my next one.